Sweden legally allowed someone to burn a Quran the other week, which a lot of people got very, very upset at. In regards to free speech, is it right?
No, I think because I think the week before the Swedish police had agreed a permit for a protest to burn the Quran outside a mosque. Both acts are totally inflammatory and totally unacceptable, and I think that I think it breaches free speech in the fact that it's inflammatory and it's inciting racial hatred. So I think it's completely wrong.
Because Germany came out and said that even though it's a horrible act, we should support things as to give them free speech and to let people be able to say what they want.
The laws of this country anyway are that you can say exactly what you want unless you're inciting racial hatred. So I think if you're inciting racial hatred, which that is clearly doing, then I think it breaches that, and it's asking for a permit to protest. So, I mean, these things we have issues like this in other cities in Liverpool around the far right protesting in the city and whether they should be given the rights or not. Now, of course, the problem is that there's no local control over issuing permits for protest. They're issued by the police, and I think you can only appeal it to the Home Secretary. So that's a problem in this country. I don't know how it operates in Sweden, but in this country that is a problem, because I think obviously local government, local police forces have a much better understanding of what the issues are locally. So I think and can then make a decision on that basis. But no one gets total free speech. There has to be limits. There are limits in terms of the impact that it has on other people in those kind of public circumstances.
Yeah, completely wrong. I don't believe for 1 minute they would have had permission in this country. If we sort of think about how it would go down in the Jewish community, we've had Torah scrolls burnt over the years, particularly in the Middle Ages. Very recently there was a fast day that's observed by some people to commemorate the burning of many scrolls of the Torah in France. It's a very inflammatory act, if you pardon the pun, but it would not, I'm quite certain it would not have got permission here, and if they went ahead they would have been arrested. I'm quite certain of that. Only yesterday I was reading an article on the Jewish papers about how rats had gnawed at a scroll in Israel, and people were extremely distraught by the fact that this scroll had been gnawed, and that was just rats. Imagine somebody had actually taken a scroll and burned it. No, it's completely unacceptable. I'm all for free speech, but this isn't speech. This is an inflammatory act, which I think is completely unacceptable.